Okie dokie. Here we are. We got Kerbal Space Program loaded. Last week left off, we were planning our flight to Duna, making our remodeled, but not remodeled, damn it. We call that my space network, or the Kerbal network, was being beefed up so that it can handle communications to Duna and Eve. I did a couple of mistakes, but I managed to get those mistakes to be something viable. So, with everything else, let's start this. There's probably things I forgot. Really, I should write this crap down, guys. I'm sorry. Whoever's watching this is like cancer, but I'm going to resume this save. 31 flights in progress. Oh, really, I should probably remove all the debris. In the tracking station. I wish there was a remove all debris button. All that debris. Like, can't like control shift. No, I have to hit terminate. Terminate? That's so annoying. Terminate. Terminate? Terminate. Terminate. Oh man. There's gotta be a faster way to do this. I gotta do this 100 times, like. KSP. How to remove debris faster. Okay, it says I have to go in settings. I would rather, you know what? Just screw, before I set the settings to 0, we're just going to. I got a lot of stuff just floating around. You know, on the surface of the min. But whatever. Let's leave the facility. And get this bastard started. Alright, we got the. Oh. Let me look at the tracking station again. These are our probes. These are our relays. We got a lot of relays here. I like how we have a nice, clear, solid connection to Eve, and she is pulling away. That's Eve. Sometimes I forget. I just want to see when it gets on the other side of the sun. Oh, look, it loses connection. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get another communication satellite around Duna. Right, so let's leave facility. Get inside this mofo. We open last spacecraft we had. I'm blowing into the speaker. That's my bad. Well, this is enough to get around Kerbin and moons. Wait, I think I did not get one around Minmus, so let's launch this bad boy again and get it to Minmus real quick. I'm not sure why, but the stream health is like shit right now. I have no clue. Well, I'm gonna perform a network test real quick. And start. 400 megabits per second. Did not have any issue. That's the upload speed I need to worry about. Come on. Bet you I'm getting a nice 42.5. So, must be something wrong with YouTube, to tell you the truth. So, whatever. I'm gonna boop, boop, that right there. This done. Let's get my ascent guidance on this Rasta here. We're gonna get into that orbit. And we'll engage the other pilots, so no. Show that. But I want to see ascent path. Okay, that's good. Ascent path, I think I had to do some crazy junk with the ascent path. You know what, just leave that alone. I wish I knew what the default was. Alright, so we'll engage the autopilot, spacebar, and here we go. Right, I think we're gonna have some bendy problems. Turn off the RCS. Yeah, that's not good. I need to turn on the RCS. It's going the wrong way. Almost freaking immediately. Oh boy. Why is it? Started too far. Started too far. We're gonna have an epic fail in a second. It's because of this bad boy's doing crazy stuff. Let's revert to flight to vehicle assembly. All right. Oh. I'm pretty sure it's the atmosphere that's causing issues, and it's this damn thing. And let's double up on these satellite dishes. Fix on that bad boy. There we go. And it's strut my stuff. That did not work. Alright, so what do we got here? We got some little parts and stuff. stick to that for some reason. Well, it seemed to have worked on that side, but not this side. Now let's try this. Wonder if this is going to work. Oh my man, loading times, loading times, loading times. What are we to do? We got set guidance on, we got the stuff we want, we got engage autopilot, spacebar, go! Starting to roll over. Is it gonna stop itself this time? Nope! We have ding dong separation. Oh boy. We're gonna have unplanned separation of all objects. Let's just fast forward this thing so we can get a nice big boom out of this. Boy, look at that ding dong flap around in the wind. This is crazy. Oh man, we're gonna revert to launch. Let's revert flight. Now vehicle assembly are having issues with aerodynamics. Well, I think I'm going to use the whatchamacallit system here. I'm going to have to add this somewhere. I don't know. Below this layer. And let's, where is it? Ah, there we go. This is why you need this stuff sometimes. Alright. Let's just close it up. What's it doing? There it is. That should fix the problem. This part disconnects that, and this thing should tear itself apart. All right. Meantime, I think I need a backup antenna right on the side here, just in case. Put one of these over here, one of these. Add more weight to the damn thing that needs to be. All right, now let's launch this bad boy now. Alright. We're good to go. Okay, that autopilot. Seems like the thing is holding itself together. And there it goes again. Okay, did a little flip. Looks like it's doing good. No, that was going back the other way. Okay, now we got gimbals. We got gimbals. Let's turn the RCS off. Probably in order with less fuels, but seems like snowballs. There's snowballs. Ball sent me a message. What the hell is this thing doing? Dude, I am so hungry right now. What the epic? Oh my god. We're in space now. I got the solar panels down here, so I'll be good. And we're good on electrical charge, so that's... now I gotta send him a picture of a GIF of some anime character drooling. I think the best place to go to is Google. Anime drooling GIF. Really, that's all.
Pictures of anime drooling. Okay.
Good job, Google. Yep, we download that image. And let me see. Is this thing even gonna make orbit with the current fuel allotment? Nope. And there goes the fairings, and this thing is going. I don't think it has enough fuel to go to Duna. I'm going to, because of that whole flip and burn that was totally by accident. Now, yeah, I think I'll send that one. Send this one to him. That means it's night. It's only 5 in the morning. Only 5 in the morning. It's freaking 5 in the morning, people. Jesus. Alright. Now let's start. Let's end the ascent guidance since we're done with that, and we'll do the maneuver planner. And we'll get this sucker around Midness, because we need another satellite there set as target. Now we want to do a Hoffman transfer, but not quite yet because we got to match planes with the target. So let's create this node. Booyah! And execute that next node. Yeah, because that thing is on a really eccentric orbit, and I want to get captured nice and easy. And there is my stuttering. How is my stream health orange? What is going on with that? Expecting minor issues. I do not. That looks fine to me. I think YouTube's just on crack right now. Ears. How much fuel we got left? I think we can make it, people. I think we can make it. We still need to be in a polar orbit as well, which is going to be tricky. So now that's done, we're just going to do a Hoffman transfer, and we're going to create that node. Now we got to tweak it just a little bit, because if I leave it like this, it's going to have me crash right into Minmus. So we're going to cut velocity and get that parry up somewhere reasonable. Ooh, that's too far. It might be too close. Until what happens? Nope. Go back the other way until. Yeah, tweak this like how many times? Like, uh-oh. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, that's even worse. Oh man, this thing, I wish it was like a slider or something that I could actually just type in numbers. No, that's probably too much. Let's forget. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'll just change the orbit as I get in closer. So the less fuel you waste, the more you do it before you get there. But this is just gonna have to do. Let's execute that next node. I might not be able to get into a polar orbit for some good scanning though. That might be my issue. Alright, let's get mic on this bad boy. We're doing good on electric charge. I was a little worried about that. Got plenty of fuel. Got 1 minute burn. I don't think we even have enough fuel to get in orbit. No. You know what, Minmus? Yeah, we gotta use a lot of fuel to get in orbit because Minmus has practically no gravity. So this will be an interesting trip over here. As we're rocketeering into the nothing. Do 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 do. Okay, come on, man. Okay, these bad boys are coming down. Slowing down. It looks like made our. No, we didn't. Something weird going on with this orbit. Alright, no. We got this. Let's see if we can circularize that to periapse. Node? No. Remove all nodes. And what we're gonna do is fast forward here. I do wanted to do a two-prong mission here where I get a polar orbit on Minmus, but that sadly might not be coming to fruition, as I suspect that. Okay, I gotta get closer. Okay, wait till that other line wraps around. I'm nuts. Where now? Warp about here. Now we get to our little sphere influence, and now what I want to do. Wait a second. No, that was. I did do a polar orbit once before, but man, I'm gonna go play around with this and see if I can just enter at the higher regions of the planet. And when you do that, that will do it. Unfortunately, it will not get me close enough to the planet. Please do what? It's me in my polar orbit. So let's execute that next node. But we have an 8-second burn? This might be easier than I thought. Hey, come on, bad boy. Man, so this is less boring, you know, just ask me a question if you're not. Native English speaker, I also speak un poquito de español. But, other than that, you know, just, I've been national comment. Something. Ah. Alright. Now, it looked like we want to circleize on here. Let's circleize on the periapse, right? And it looks like we got enough fuel, maybe. I say maybe with a little hesitation. Now, I want to get that periapse nice and snug. I need to get it at least 100, but I want to get it to 50. 5. I forgot what is the distance I need this scan to be, but let's deploy the scanner, figure it out, because I want to get the maximum, or use less fuel and stay on the maximum. About 25 kilometers. Ooh, you know what? Through all this, just remove all nodes, create node, because that is a periapsis of within the 300,000 meters. So let's execute that next node and continue. And you know what? Just extend that one and uh-oh, yep, warping on its own. Forgot about that. Where's the planet? There it is. Well, where's the moon, or where's the celestial object? Really, like, declassifying Pluto as a planet just screws up the whole system. I mean, really, like, what if you had an Earth-sized planet going around Jupiter? Call that a planet, or you call it a moon? This is a celestial body. What? The things that we should call a planet, should it be habitable to humans? I guess these objections need to eventually figure themselves out. It looks like I have enough fuel for this burn, and I am happier than SOB. Look at that. Turned a mistake into progress. Alright, now let's do a little scanning. Form survey scan. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that bad boy. We got that. 25 science. That's it, only 25 science. That's kind of ridiculous. Do we transmit that? Transmit data. Whatever. Well, we got good continuity here with the signal grabbing. What the hell is this sucker? Orange tilde. Okay, that's the one of the extra primitive satellites that I had, but we have enough satellites now to land all over this bad boy anyway. Because we do need to do a couple of more science landings to unlock more stuff for everything else. And yeah, it's because I think I want to make it over there and be able to mine my own fuel from Duna, so that might be a priority. So I got these satellites up. I do need to put a satellite around Duna, so let's go back to the Space Center. Alright, just go to Space Center. There we go. I don't want to revert flight. That's successful. That was a successful mission. Oh man, my talking skills suck today. I need like freaking a Red Bull, like maybe 10 Red Bulls right now. Red balls, red balls. So cocaine. Look, cocaine. Okay, I'm gonna stop with the drug reference. Demonetized, whatever. Really? I'll probably do this for my own health. Better than rambling to myself than ramble to a public who is not watching. I'll be even more crazier than before. Alright. That old sergeant that told me once. Everyone's crazy. Everyone has levels of craziness. Now, it is the insane people that deny that they are crazy. Let's keep that in mind. I think that I love that quote, and I tell you, I miss the guy who said it. I think his name was Sergeant Williams. Let's bring this up out of the floor so the rockets are not digging into the floor. And we need more fuel. So let's disconnect this bad boy. Let's add an apparatus to this here unit that will allow me to make it into space. Well, plus the influence of Earth, not Earth, but carbon. So let's go crazy with the fuel, because for those of you who are just coming on and have not seen my other episodes, I am a fuel freak. I want to bring as much fuel with me as possible. I don't think there is any check mark that says too much fuel. That comment alone does not exist. There is no such thing as too much fuel, as some of you, the only 2 subscribers, well, some of my subscribers have told me before, oh, that's too much fuel. Like, no, it's not too much fuel. Talked to other people before, and they said there's no such thing. It's an alien concept to me. Don't try to indoctrinate me. Alright. My OCD will not benefit from this. I cannot see whether or not this thing is centered or... Okay, that looks good. Fine. If I don't look at it too long, I won't see the imperfections. Alright, let's carry on. Stick that sucker on there. The reason why I do all these extra little strut downs here is so that it would not dingle dangle while going into orbit and separate without dingle dangling about, causing catastrophic decoupling. Oh man, I forgot what the hell the name is, like what do you call that when everything falls apart? Rapid disassemble. Man, I feel like I'm having like some aphasia, but I did have a long night last night, and you know that alcohol kind of messes with your brain. I feel like I'm cooked. Alright, now let's pop on some of these bad boys. And it looks like no one is watching right now, so I will sing to myself. Oh, on my own. Well, we have one McDoodle-Doddle watching at this very moment, and I am assembling this spacecraft as one does, and I am up to the point where I want to... Man, I am talking just like my history teacher, English teacher, my technical English teacher from Suffolk Community College. Oh, God, I forget your name right now. Please, if you're ever watching my channel, please forgive your humble student for his transgressions. You know what? I just got a hard-on when this did this. I want to see what happens here. There is nobody watching. I am talking to myself. Oh, man. Ah, man, my penis just glows with enthusiasm. This just looks amazing. I don't know what the fuck this is. Oh, man. All right. You know what? We're going to do some experimentation time. This is, looks sexy as shit. I don't know what's going to happen. There's going to be some weird shit going on here. We're going to have some... I know it's going to be like low, high speed, high drag situation, but this is going to be amazing. All right. Let's look at this. What we got? We got a mass of approximately 960 tons. Jesus. Okay. What's my Delta V gonna look like? Oh, where the hell's that sucker? I think MechJab shows me that crap. Vessel info. Extra. No, Delta V status, there we go. It looks like I'm doing good, so hide all that stuff, and we gotta put something to hold this up with, because I'm not gonna trust, well, I'm gonna trust gravity to go frack all this up, frack it up with a waffle iron. Now let's try to pay attention to what I am doing and not get distracted. I have a problem with distractions, and sure enough, I need to fire focus on this sucker like a meth head on crystal meth. Or a meth head doing that stuff that they do at the college that I don't know what they do. Zaid, I won't be able to shoot straight when I get back home, so PUBG will not be an option. Well, I say if you can hold your penis and aim into a toilet bowl without missing, it's good enough for us, since we're going to get the worst butt reaming, but we're going to laugh about it very hard. Matter of fact, I should go get, oh wait a second, it's 5 in the morning. If I go buy alcohol right now, it would seem like an idiot, but even though I just woke up, and I did not want Google to write all that. But let's message him with, I can't get drunk because it's 5 in the morning. Sad face. That works. It actually put a sad face in there. Oh man. Oh, this is awesome. I gotta thank JP from Spiritual whatever the hell. A super spiritual channel for teaching me about the texting etiquette, or the etiquette of texting and voice texting and stuff. So let's launch this bad boy. I think we're gonna crash and burn. But it's gonna be spectacular. Alright, looks like we're about to launch. We're about to stick this dildo into space. Let's hit the R and hit the R. And then we got to, that looks good to me. Engage autopilot. And nothing's gonna overheat, so hit the space bar and we... That's amazing. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Alright, we have made a mistake. Oh no. we forgot to mess around with our staging. So, what we're gonna do right now is on the fly make a new staging column. Make a new staging column and drag these rockets up here. Now we're gonna bring this down, and then we're gonna tap the. Oh shoot! It did it on its own. All right, now we got the separation of that, but we need this separation to be there, so we have to drag this sucker down here and bring that below that, and hopefully it doesn't engage those. All right, so even though we're probably losing a lot of stuff because of drag and sideways stuff, but this is the most stable I ever seen my rockets. And pointing these inwards was a good little experiment to do, because look at that. That is stable. Usually it spins around and everything. I guess kicking these ailerons out into the wind allows for more controllability, which is surprisingly effective. This is amazing. I did not know that this was even possible. Looks like we're passing a max Q stage and we're accelerating. So we get solid fuel versus oxidized mix. Oh guys, I forgot some basic dildo operation. Well, I should have put the cross feeds and to ignite the middle throng in there, but you know what, since the inner rocket is not on, I'll just have to be satisfied with it. Alright, we're approaching the end of life of the fuel stage, solid fuel stage. Let's go watch as the numbers slowly tick down, slower and slower and slower as the game gets even more buggier. I have noticed that you are getting a surprising amount of extra sounds from the speakers, which everything is supposed to be coming out of my headset, but it is somehow coming out of both my headset and the speakers. So, I blame Windows 10 or I blame myself. It's one of those fucked up operations. Alright. Bad boy, what are you doing? What are you doing, Rocket? What are you doing, Rocket? Rocket! You gotta detach soon, Rocket! What are you doing? Don't go sideways! Oh, god damn it. Everything's gonna slap each other. Oh, how the hell? Nothing got hooked up is beyond my comprehension at this very moment. But this is the highest I ever have gotten on the booster stage. Maybe I put too much of that. But then again, you know my thing is I don't believe in that. Too much fuel. There's no such thing as too much fuel. You bring all the fuels with us. And we're doing our trip to Duna. Come on, baby. Come on, come on, come on. What are you doing? What are you doing? Wait, we're in space now, so I don't really need to deploy. I got enough. There are too much spidery webs. We just need that. Okay, it's doing its little time thing in my bobber. Dilation effects. Let's do this. Come on, bad boy. Oh, look at that. We're shooting that thing right up in that orbit. Forgot to put the solar panels right below the fairings. That was a good idea that I had. Not that it was intentional in any way, but that was amazing that it worked out just fine. So we got the protection of the module, and we have the backup communications array. Don't want to disconnect from the pharynx quite yet, but where is the damn... Alright, there we go. We have... And that will burn back into the atmosphere, creating less debris. Otherwise, perfect staging. Like we are in orbit. With enough fuel for Duna. Let's deploy the ferry. Boop. Goodbye. Deploy the scanner. So that I have that bad boy open. Maybe I should do... Well, you know, in real life, you would leave that closed until you got close to Duna, or Mars in our case, but so that it doesn't get smacked up by meteorites, and I guess that fairing would protect it all the way there. Or micro meteorites. Looks like we got a good clean separation here. There's nothing else I have to do on here, but I did want to make sure the satellite, satellites, this is the satellite! The antennas are working before we go. Let's extend this one simply because I can. There we go. And now we gotta begin our leave of the Kerbin system. So, where are we facing the sun? The sun is that way. What we want to do is start peeling out on the paragraphs. And yeah, peel out, come on. And we gotta go like that, and we get out, boop, into space. Maybe that might be a little bit too much. Don't, wait a second, that's... Seems like no matter what, I'm gonna get into the influence of paprika there. But as long as I end up in the orbit that I want to, get a little boost from that celestial object. So, we're going to move this, get down the maneuver planner, and we're going to go execute the next node. Let this sucker do a little spiral spin. Get us away from the sphere's influence of Kerbin. Can't wait till I get that nice little satellite. I gotta put those satellites that are in, was it super far orbit from Kerbin to track those little asteroids. Do an asteroid catch one of these days. I've never done this, never, but I've watched like 100 videos over the last few days on people doing it, and it looks buggy as hell. And I probably have to go full manual on this thing. Gotta be tapping on them WASD keys like a crackhead. Now I'm going to kickstart the the warp procedure, because sometimes it locks up for some reason. And got nice little gravity pull from the moon. So that's going to be awesome. Alright, seems like this thing is doing its thing. It will make it right about there. Right, so I'm going to speed this thing up a bit. On our way out of the Kerbin system. Did they call that the sun? I don't know what they call that. The sun. Yeah. So we made it there. Now the periapse is not going to drag me to the planet, is it? Because that's going to be scary. No. Like I'm good on that. This warp. Alright, yeah, we're getting a gravity twist. Look at that. Let's see our speed going up. Take a nice little look as we pass by. Goodbye, hello, and goodbye. Yeah, get a little further out. Our speed goes up. It start climbing down as we get further away. Give us a nice little push of gravity. See if it returns us to our. Yep, it does. Gotta get that boost. You gotta burn some fuel, or maybe I gotta get closer. I gotta look at how to do that gravity turns or gravity boosts. But as far as we know, this sucker is going out. Boop, let's speed that up. Now we're in the influence of the sun. Should really give the sun a different name, but we're gonna set Duna as target. And we're going to match planes because Duna is a little bit in a different plane. Create and execute because is Duna in a different plane? No, it looks like it's almost the same, but just the same. I want to be dead on my crosshairs, so I'm fixing one latitude and then I'll fix the other latitude. One. Whatever the fracker. And this thing needs to figure out what it wants to do in life because obviously it's more confused than a prostitute in a church. Let's hit R. Alright, now it's gonna go speed up. And it's gonna take a little while. As we go around the sun. I want to see if I'm actually connecting to a satellite I put around Eve. Barely got a good signal from that. Not liking that signal. I wish it would tell me what that line is. I'm not sure how to play with the Kerbal net thing. It looks ridiculous when I look at it. Oh, look at that. Now we got a solid connection, Eve. My whole thing is to get into a polar orbit around Duna, and then be able to relay messages if Duna's on the Eve would relay messages from Duna if the sun was in between Kerbin and Who knows? But it looks like that is going to be non-practical, and I'm not sure why. Did the satellite I put around E not strong enough? I thought I put damn near the same system, but maybe it's using different satellites. I like the other mod that they used with the satellite system that allowed you to tell each selective satellite what to target, and that made a lot more sense, because you don't just have these different satellite dishes just doing their own darn thing. Because in real life, you would actually just target a certain satellite off their beacon, or some other techniques used by the DRD, like encryption algorithms or whatever they use, or that we target satellites so that we can aim our little pencil-sized stream of data straight to it. Hey, look at that. We got a barely good. It says 80%, so good to me. But we hit R. Did it finish its maneuver? It did. Well, it probably just busted out a fart and kept going. So, next move is to Hoffman transfer. Create node. And sometimes this thing is retarded. You know, like, see how it does this? Like, it's just purely retarded. But I think my problem is my parry apps and appy apps are not perfect. So remove all nodes. Let's do a circularization. Create node, right? That will give us a perfect. And we're going to execute that node. That will give us a perfect little thing for that. Sure, that thing goes on the marker, and then it's going to go fast forward. You can do it. Okay, it's not going fast forward. I gotta give it a little push. There we go. So we gotta wait a long time. Wish fast forward was a lot quicker than this. This is dumb. I'm watching paint dry. But, look at that. Some blemish in the sky. Doing good on electrical charge. That's what I usually sacrifice for speed, but how many seconds is that? 19-second burn. This is nothing. Wish they had like some asteroids like in orbit or something that maybe you could find or scan them and you could build a base on it, like kind of like Phoebe, or not really Phoebe, but that's too far out. But like like in Expanse, how you have arrows, and Ceres is in between Mars and whatchamacallit. That would be an awesome place for this sort of thing. Where the hell? Can't. Alright, looks like we're about to do our little burn. In about 2 minutes, 1 minute, couple of seconds. Come on, bring that timer down. T minus 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, wait, the hell, it started early. Damn, Kerbids can't count. Alright, we burnt that fuel. We're in our perfect orbit. If this doesn't work, I have to do it manually, but oop. Now we're going to Hoffman transfer to target. Now create node. Much better. Much better. And what I do, there is no periapse. That's a little scary though. Now let's see if we die down on the. No. Now we got a periapse. That's a lot. Well, that's it. Nothing. I'm thinking I'm hitting a like man. You know what? I'll just circle as the orbit as I get close. So let's execute that next node. And it's going to execute on that side. Or how many ever years it has to spin around. And this relay is not working out. Like, this thing has a clear connection. But I have a crappy connection to Eve. Maybe the thing is I gotta put more satellites or something. I have no clue. Look, we broke that. Okay, now we gain connection again. So we're good to go. Hopefully, when we get to that exact point, there won't be a planet in between us that will break our connection or anything like that, or be out of range. Because this thing will be a dead dildo in the water. I do have a satellite around there. Make a nice little contact with Urban. For some reason, I'm not connecting. Well, when I get closer to Duna, probably I will end up connecting with those satellites in Duna. Really, I need to read more literature because probably there's something I'm definitely doing wrong, and it's when I launch. And there's a precise launch window that I have to launch at to be able to capture there. I know this exists, and as you can see, I just steamrolled right past that periapse, or the node, which means this sucker is going to spiral, not forever, but until the perfect moment. And I wish it would tell me how many turns it's going to take, like something like, when you going to do the maneuver? Give me a fucking date. That is a good time to just hit. So, at this very moment, as it's trying to figure out stuff, I'm gonna go use the latrine. How much penis must a penis have to have a penis chooch? Looks like, how many times does this thing go around, guys? I am so sorry. This is cancerous. Well, I brought back a bag of chips for me to chew on. I don't know what this is, like some bootleg Doritos. But they cost like $1 a bag. It tastes kind of weird. It may have occurred to me that maybe I don't know how MechJeb works. Oh. Little bits of chips flying everywhere. So, are we gonna do it this time? Man, it's gotta be different. Intercepting. Transfer to another planet. Maybe that's the one we need to be doing. This is warping it. Tracking too long. Okay. I definitely don't know what the hell's going on. This is torture watching this go by. I'm gonna remove the port node execution, remove all nodes, and let's try something else. If not, I'll do it freaking. Transfer to another planet. Create node. As possible. Using this mode voids your warranty. What is the error? I don't understand. Intercept target at chosen time. Oh my, I did not set as target. What the hell? Create node. That's gonna be OP, guys. I'm not gonna do that. Move all nodes. Alright. Oh, intercept, no shit. We should have figured out what that meant. Advanced transfer to node. What's advanced transfer? Create node? Pork chop selection. No. Select target. Create node. Use. Alright. So I have to use regular Hoffman transfer. Create node. Execute said node. Gonna make it go around the planet once before pushing this. And I'm still wondering why it blows past it every time. It'll blow right freaking past it. There is something uniquely wrong with MechJib that maybe the modders need to fix. But I want to see if it's either that or am I just freaking using it wrong. I wish the speed for this was quicker. I need to 3D print some Dorito bag clips or something. I hate opening up a bag of chips because I hate having to store them. Close the bag hole. They never stay the same. I'm doing to abort the node execution and warp to there. Oho has a really weird orbit. That is crazy. So it slows it down. But what if I want to get this right on top of that warp here? Right? What the hell? I just realized, derpity derp derp, I got 1 year, almost 2 years to go of warping. So, we gotta wait this out. I'm gonna go do something else. 130 something days till boy, it looks like it's gonna do something this time. That's all? You gotta be kidding me. Well, let's fast warp there. I can see what the hell is going on. I hope I picked the right orbit. Looks like we're going to make our run. Alright, so let's pause that for a second. I want to make sure I get this on the correct line, just in case I accidentally clicked on the wrong one. Like we're going to intercept this sucker soon. This is not, alright, this over there. Now you can see. There we go, look at that. You can actually see it. Nice. Right, we are making it. About to park right over here. Try to get this attachment in the way. You know what? Let's be safe. Let's get as close to the end of that transition as possible. Alright, there we go. Now, we're about to run into the damn planet. So, let me see what the orbit's supposed to be. Orbital survey at 32 to 50. Alright. So, we're going to want to get to like 2 100,000 meters up, we're going to switch to a circleize, and we're going to select an altitude, 150, create node and execute that. Now, I got enough fuel in this bad boy to do the job. But there it is, right there, old Duna, and its little orbital companion named Ike. And the weird satellites I put in orbit around this place. What the heck is that? Those are relays. We kickstart the fast forward process. That always seems to be a problem. Getting closer to this bad boy. Here it comes, oh boy. Like red death. That other thing is like black death. That thing is ready to pound into me for no reason. Alright. We are within the thing. We're gonna get a little eccentric orbit. But that's a good thing. I should have min-maxed that hell out of that orbit, but already here. Might as well rearrange that. I think I got plenty of fuel anyway to go mess around with orbital inclinations. Anyhow. And looks like we are in orbit. Higher than expected, I think. Yeah. So that's a thing. Now, don't mind if I much like it, but let's tell this thing to form orbital survey. It must be in a stable polar orbit. So that's not polar yet stable at all. So is it like a change inclination? Yes, and we want 90. Create node? Oh, look at that. Execute that next node. I'm gonna have to detach the extra fuel tanks. Particular moment. Do I have to kickstart this? I do. Alright, do it. And please. Alright. In contact with someone. Oh my god, why am I blinking like crazy? The network is so crazy right now. We have a little slight connection with Eve there. Now come on, do the Duna burn. Okay, looks like we are good to go on this orbit. So what we're going to do is do our survey. Form survey. Oh, look at that. We are surveying stuff. Taking a little time. Whoa, look at that. Man, resource or toggle overlay. I really don't know what this means. But I guess there's like some parts that are richer than others. I'm not sure. I'm gonna put a nice green color. So, I think we got more science out of that. I forgot to take a look at when did I get that science done? And I can't believe that there is still fuel in this bad boy. Okay, let me review the replay real quick and determine. Okay, doing the survey now. 30, 40, 50, 60, 100. Boom. 50 science. That is it. That is sad, everyone. Only 50 science for that. No one should get shot. I did a freaking survey. There should be a ton of science, man. And I can't believe I have leftover fuel. So I'm gonna shrug that one off as a win. Alright, so I'm gonna just leave that as is intact. Doing satellite stuff. And let's go. Oh, I can't go that fast if I'm at a certain altitude. So that's interesting. Hold on this. Oh, nuts. There's gotta be a way to fix this. Orbit crap. I have a weird, eccentric orbit thing going on. So we're gonna circularize at the apoapse. Let's put 300. Read and execute. Do a kickstart. And it appears that do that burn, and we still have fuel. That's beautiful. Alright, so now I want to do my thing where I examine. Oh. Well, let's at least see what the intersection looks like. Really, it's as fast as I can go. Okay, this is a good job. I don't know why it keeps like spiking like that, but I assume that something weird is going on, but it was just from the warping or something, some glitch. But going back to Space Center. So, only 1 hour in, and we have formed that sort of maneuver. Now what's the next thing I want to do here? I want to mission control, anything or whatever. Do some crazy stuff. Alright, we got some good stuff going on here. And we're gonna need to save this. Since that is the Mark II version of that. Save that. Now we're gonna open up an actual spacecraft. Where are you? Space Dildo Omega. Yep, Space Dildo Omega. And we're going to look up and down our rocket very cautiously. And what we want to do, get a launch up. And we're gonna launch this baby. What the heck? Going on to the launch pad. I just saw before I hit the whatchamacallit button that the launch pad is destroyed. How do I fix that? Dang, I think got messed up, didn't it? Seems like some of the debris fell down or something. I wish I could get a close-up of that. Like, just hit repair. Kidding me? I'm pretty shocked that all that stuff landed right back on the pad. Like, I think it just might be those whatchamacallits though, but okay, now the game's having issues with me. And with that, I'm gonna call this a night. Or a morning. Because I gotta start doing some, getting ready to do some work. So, next time I will land and hopefully fix this problem. And I have to look for maybe a mod to accelerate the damn whatchamacallit, because that is boring to stare at. That is cancerous. But in the meantime, Zaid out.